Hi, I'm Stevie C and the place to be. In this video, I'm going to be making another of these LED Tendril bulbs, this time with RGB colour changing LEDs. Because I didn't plan the project last time, the tendril stems were a bit uneven, so this time I've pre-cut and tinned the lengths of wire, hopefully allowing one long and one short tendril alternatively. I'll be using the same components as last time, and I'll also be housing the power supply in another base recycled from a compact fluorescent lamp. So to recap, we have the incoming live and neutral power supply here. This bayonet cap isn't polarised like an Edison screw lamp is, but for the purposes of explaining this schematic, we'll have a live and neutral on our 240 volt AC supply. The current is limited by this 100 nanofarad capacitor, which has a 1 megohm discharge resistor. There is an inrush limiting resistor rated at 330 ohms at half a watt, which would also act as a fuse. The current limited AC supply feeds this full wave bridge rectifier, which converts the AC into DC, which the LEDs require to run. This is then smoothed by this 2.2 microfarad electrolytic capacitor. It takes the pulse DC and converts it into smooth DC. And here we have the outgoing supply to the string of LEDs, all wired in series. So if I use 40 LEDs, and I assume that each will have a forward voltage of approximately 3.5 volts, this gives us an approximate total forward voltage of 140 volts. This leaves about 200 volts to be dropped across the capacitor. So we use Ohm's law and we divide the voltage, 200, across the resistance. The equivalent resistance for a 100 nano capacitor is 31,831 ohms, which means that LEDs will run at approximately 6 milliamps. So I'm going to start by building the power supply. So now, having built an elaborate set of essentially fairy lights, and having thoroughly confused myself in the process, it's now time to twist them into the tendril stems. So as ever, I'm using the Cliff Quick Test to hook it up. So will it be amazing, or will it go kablamo? Place your bets now. So now I know that that works, I'm going to use a heat gun to melt down the heat shrink sleeving, and then I'm going to go pot it into the lamp base. So now that that's the glue set, it's time to plug it in and give it a test. So yeah, it's drawn about 0.6, 0.7 of a watt. It's hovering around about 10 milliamps, because the meter can't measure any less than that. So all that remains to be done is to install it into the hard hat now. So there you have it, my RGB colour changing LED Tendril bulb, taking its rightful place in my hard hat alongside all the other bulbs I've made. If you liked this video, please click like. If you aren't already subscribed, please do so, because it really helps the channel out. If you have any suggestions for future videos or comments about this one, leave them down below. And until next time, thanks for watching.